Hi, kindergartners. It's Mrs. Curran. You're actually watching a video recording of your lesson today because I'm at a very special meeting today where I'm going to be hopefully learning all sorts of new stuff that I can bring back to the library to teach you. So I'm super excited to be at my meeting today, but I'm also super sad that you have to watch a recording instead of us being able to be together. But I'll be back with you next week. I have a fantastic book for you today about the sun. That's right, the sun that is in the center of our solar system in space. And it's part of something called the Monarch Book Awards. What is the Monarch Book Award? Well, every year, a big group of librarians in Illinois get together and they pick the top 20 books that they love, the top 20 books that they love. They put those in a list, and then we, as kindergarteners, get to read some of those books and then vote on our favorite one. So we are reading our first one today, and I am super excited to read this book to you because it's about one of my favorite things, outer space. It's this one right here called, let's see. I'm going to do it that way. It's right there. It's called The Sun is Kinda a Big Deal. And the sun is pretty much a really big deal because it does so many important things for us here on Earth. This is a real picture of the sun. Now, if we're ever outside and we happen to kind of catch a glimpse of the sun, don't look at the sun for too long. It's really bad for your eyes. But every now and then we catch a little glimpse of it, and it just kind of looks like a bright yellow dot in the sky. But if we were able to see the sun a little bit closer, this is what it would look like. How did we get this picture of the sun? I'm going to show you. Hold tight. So there is this huge satellite. A satellite is kind of this object in space that flies around, and this one is actually flying close to the sun. Now, it can't get so close to the sun because it would melt because the sun is so hot, but it's very close to the sun, way closer than we are to the sun. And you can see this is what it looks like as it's traveling around the sun. Now, what this satellite that is traveling around the sun does is two things. Number one, it takes pictures and videos. And number two, it actually records the sound that the sun makes. I had no idea that the sun made sounds, but it does. And today we are going to listen to some of those sounds. So hold on. Isn't that cool? That satellite going around the sun. Let me get rid of this because you and I are going to first watch. I'll move myself over here. Whee! Okay. We are going to watch when this satellite first shot up into space. Watch it go. Let me see. I'm going to listen for the sound.
-30. Status.
Here it goes. It is ready to go. Where's the
-15. Roll for ignition.
Here we go. We're going to count back from 10.
10,
10,
9,
9,
Register start.
8, 7, 6,
6,
5,
5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Lift
0.
off.
Liftoff of the mighty Delta IV Heavy rocket with NASA's Parker Solar Probe, a daring mission to shed light on the mysteries of our closest star, the sun.
The sun is our closest star. That was the rocket ship that was going up and bringing that satellite close to the sun so we could take pictures of the sun. I want to take you on a little tour of some of those pictures. This is the sun. This is the sun up close. It's almost like these mini volcanoes happening all over. Take a look. Turn it down a little bit. Here we go. Look as we're getting closer to the sun. Isn't it beautiful? Let's get a little bit closer. Look at this. There goes Mercury. That's pretty cool. It's red, it's orange, it's yellow. There are, oh my goodness, look at that. This is what the sun looks like up close. Solar flares, volcanoes just flying off the sun. We would have never seen these beautiful pictures of the sun without the help of that satellite flying around the sun. Isn't that beautiful? I could just watch this all day. Ooh, that one was really cool. All right, well, what we're going to do now is something pretty cool. As I told you, not only does this satellite take pictures and videos of the sun, but it also records the sound that the sun makes. I had no idea that the sun made sound, but it does. Listen closely for the sounds of the sun.
Parker recorded these waves as they passed by, and they sound really cool. Parker recorded these.
Now, when somebody asks you if you've ever heard the sun, you could say, yep, I have. Isn't that cool? Well, that goes along with our book that we're reading today. Our book today is called, it's over there, The Sun is Kind of a Big Deal. You know what I love most about it? Look at the sun. He's wearing some sunglasses, even though he is the sun. He's got a little fancy bow tie, and he's walking on the red carpet like a really cool guy, like a famous superstar. Which is kind of funny because the sun actually is a star. He's a superstar and he's an actual star. Let's read together. The sun is kind of a big deal. Look at that. There's all the planets. Wow. There's Earth. That's where we live. Mercury, Venus, Earth. There's Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Oh, poor Pluto. Pluto used to be a planet, but then they said, you're too small. You can't be a planet. So he's not even a planet anymore. Poor Pluto. All of the planets and the sun live together in the solar system like a big family. The sun is our solar system's very own star. Seriously, the sun is an actual star. It's the only star in our whole solar system, and it sits right at the center, holding everything together. The sun is the biggest thing in the solar system. It's even bigger than Earth, way bigger, way, way bigger, like over 1 million times bigger. Ow, it burns. That's why I keep my distance. Look at how small Earth is right there. There are so many bigger stars than the sun, but all of the other stars that you see are really, 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 really far away. Really. The other stars are in a totally different solar system, and they have their own planets. Earth is the third planet away from the sun. Remember Earth? It's the little planet where you and everyone you know lives. Mercury says, I'm the baby. And Venus says, I'm the hottest planet. Earth says, I have cats. It's the only planet with cats. Mars says, did someone lose a rover? Jupiter says, I'm gassy, because Jupiter is made up of different kinds of gases. Saturn is the hula hoop champion because he's got rings. Uranus says, I spin sideways. And Neptune says, it's cold out here. And Pluto says, I'm still here, guys. Pluto used to be a planet, but scientists decided it didn't quite fit the definition. So now it's just called a dwarf planet. Sorry, Pluto. The planets move around the sun like a big racetrack in space. Each planet has its own special path that it follows. That's called its orbit. Some planets are faster than the others, but each one stays in its lane. It takes a whole year for the Earth to go all the way around the sun. Do you know how many times you have been around the sun? Here's a hint. However old you are is how many times you have traveled all the way around the sun. If you're 5, you have been around the sun 5 times. You're like a world traveler. If you are 6, you have been around the sun, traveled all the way around the sun 6 times. Pretty amazing. Now, the sun never stops working. It does a ton of important jobs for Earth, and in fact, we wouldn't even be around without the sun. Are you sure you need all this from me? Yes, every second of every day, please, and thank you. The sun gives us light so we can see, but it takes about 8 minutes for the light to get from the sun down to Earth because the sun is so far away. But it's worth the wait. Every day, Earth spins around in a full circle like this. Whoa, I'm running into things. It spins around in a circle 1 time every day. That's why when it's daytime for us and we're awake and we're at school and we're playing outside, the people on the other side of the Earth are in bed sleeping because it's nighttime for them. And then when you go to sleep tonight, the people on the other side of the Earth will be awake and going to school because it's daytime for them. The sun is always there even when you can't see it. Sometimes it looks dark outside during the day because the sun is behind the clouds, but it's still there. Hey, move it, clouds. I was making shadow puppets. Keeping us warm is another really important part of the sun's job. The sun is hotter than you can imagine, way hotter than fire. Its temperature reaches in the millions of degrees at the center. That is so hot. Look at he's keeping Earth nice and warm. Now, some places on Earth are warmer than the others. The parts of the Earth that are closest to the middle of the Earth are the warmest. That's called the equator. The North Pole, we know who lives there, and the South Pole are the coldest parts. So if you've ever gone on vacation to like Florida or California or Texas or Mexico when it's winter here, it's nice and warm there because those places are close to the center of the Earth and it stays a lot warmer there. The sun's pretty great. It's always around, keeping the whole solar system together. It gives us light and it keeps us warm. It helps bring us rain and grow plants to produce the oxygen we breathe. It's such a big part of our lives that we wouldn't even be able to live without it. The sun works really hard to help us out, and that is kind of a big deal. Thanks, sun. Cool dude with those sunglasses. Now, I have got a really cool activity for you. Did you learn something new from that book? I know I did. I learned some new things from that book. Pretty interesting. I hope you learned some things too. I love books like this. This book is filled with facts, so it has lots of nonfiction facts in there. I love nonfiction like that. What we're going to do next is we are going on a virtual field trip of the solar system. That's right, a virtual field trip of the solar system. I'm going to take you on the field trip, and I'm also going to give you a link so you can take this field trip on your own if you would like to. Okay? But first, I am going to take you on a field trip of our solar system. I hope you have your very special astronaut helmet and your special astronaut outfit. Nah, you don't really need it. If you were really going to space, if you were an astronaut, you would need those things. Okay, so let's go. Here we go on our field trip to outer space. Hope you brought some snacks. Okie dokie. I'm going to make it nice and big. So I'm going to click this square right down here. And then I'm going to push play. Okay, now I'm using my finger. Turn it down. I am using my finger right on the screen. Look at, I'm putting my finger right on the computer screen and I'm moving it all around to look. It's the sun. It's beautiful. I can see all the colors of the sun. I can see those volcanoes, those flares coming off the sun. It's so cool. I'm putting my finger back on the screen and I'm moving all around now so I can look up and down. Whoa, what's this? Hello, Mercury. There's our first planet. It is Mercury. That is the first planet after you go past the sun. Who do we have next? Venus! I know that you're the hottest planet in the whole solar system, Venus. Even though you're not the closest to the sun, you are the hottest. Let's see, I'll go back here. Who's next? Who is next? Whoa, Venus! I'm awfully close to you. And again, I'm just using my finger right on my Chromebook screen. I'm moving it up, down, all around, just like on an iPad. And I can look everywhere in the solar system. Okay, where's my next planet? I think I know what should be coming next. What is this? Let's see. I know who lives here. Hey, if that ever happens to you, just click continue. There we go. It is Earth. Hello, Earth. This is where you and I live. This is where Cotton Creek School is. This is our planet. Here's the International Space Station, and there are some astronauts flying around. Hello down there. That is pretty cool. Look at Earth. It's beautiful with its blue water and its green land. Wow. Okay, I'm going to scooch us up just a little bit. Oh, we're still at Earth. Oh boy. Look at the space station is flying. Amazing. All right, let's get to our next planet, shall we? Let's see who's next. There's Earth way in the distance. Bye, Earth. We're heading to the next planet. Oh, hi, Moon. There's the Earth's moon. Getting awfully close there, Moon. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Hello, Moon. Isn't it beautiful? Look at the craters in the moon. Those are big holes that are caused from rocks smashing into the moon. You are beautiful, Moon. Let me take a look back here at Earth. There it is. Wow. See you, Earth. We are headed to our next planet as soon as we get past your moon. Okay, who is next? Wow, isn't that beautiful? Here comes Mars. Mars, the famous red planet. Hey, Mars! We have a couple of robots on Mars right now. We have some rovers there. Another one is about to land on Mars, boys and girls. On February 18th, which is just in a couple weeks, a brand new robot is going to be landing on Mars. Whoa, that is awfully close, Mars. See you, Mars. Nice visiting. Let's see who is next. Who do we have next? Let's look around. I'm moving up and down. I've got some moons here. These are not our moons. We only have one moon. Ah, it's Jupiter. There are all of Jupiter's moons. Jupiter has 79 moons. Earth only has one. Jupiter has 79. Wow, there's one of its moons. And there is Jupiter. This red spot right here, boys and girls, this is a huge storm that has been happening on Jupiter for years and years and years. Hey, Jupiter, let's head to the next one. Where are we going next? Who's next in our solar system? There goes another one of Jupiter's moons. It's Saturn. I see some of Saturn's moons. I see Saturn. Whoa, hello. I see Saturn's rings. Absolutely beautiful. Well, we're getting awful close to that moon. Oh, I'm going to fly a little bit to the right. There we go. Coming back around. Hey, Saturn, I see you got rings there. Wow. Let's see our next location. We're getting past Saturn's moons. Who is next? Who is next? We are, wow, now we're really close to Saturn. Look at that. And then we've got, who is this? This should be Uranus. We are awfully close to you. He has rings as well, as you can see. Oh, what a beautiful planet. Wow. There it is. Hey, Uranus. That is a beautiful blue planet. His rings are much smaller than Saturn, as you can see. Let's move on a little bit faster here. Next, we've got Neptune. Neptune has some rings too, a little bit thinner than Saturn again. Hey, Neptune. How's it going? And last, but certainly not least, is... oh, another satellite. That's cool. Pluto. Even though he's not a planet anymore, it's still out there for us to explore. There goes that satellite. That's cool. And Pluto is way, way out there. Pluto. Sorry you're not a planet anymore, Pluto, but we still love you just the same. Now, kindergarteners, I am going to give you the link to this field trip in our Google Classroom, and you can take this field trip on your own, show your adults at home, and remember, use your finger right on the screen and it'll let you explore all through the solar system. And always remember, the sun is kind of a big deal. Have a good day, and I'll see you live and in person next week. Bye-bye, kindergarten.